Hello, my name is Doris, and I am Little Bird Products. Welcome back if you've been here before. Thank you so much for returning. And welcome if you're new here. And if you're new, please subscribe. It really does help the channel. And leave comments. I love hearing from you, and that helps the algorithm, or so I'm told. Today is my midweek catch-up video, and what I wanted to say is my win for the week is finishing my 2 vintage quilt kimono jackets. So I am happy to say that that quilt was saved. Not as the quilt that it was, but in its new incarnation of 2 beautiful quilted jackets. They're kimono style. One has a little tie in the front. That's this one. The other one has 3 loop-in buttons. That's this one. And I tried to make them a little bit different. One has little pink bias binding trim around the sleeves and the neck. And the other one has taupe colored, by popular opinion, around the back of the neck and the sleeves. And these were a little more work than what I originally had anticipated them being, because there were so many spots that were either torn or ripped. It looked like, because the quilt itself had those, it was a tie quilt. I forget what they call them. There's a knot tie. Some of those had kind of pulled, and there was a very worn area. Just one that was pretty ripped up that I wasn't able to salvage much of. I've got enough to do a few little appliques out of that. But really, for a vintage quilt, there wasn't much that couldn't be salvaged in some way, shape, or form. I put large pockets on both of these. The one has pockets on the inside, and the other has pockets on the outside. So I thought that was kind of neat and cute. So even though they're the same, they're different. Because this was kind of a crazy quilt, a lot of different colors. Each jacket has its own personality and looks quite different. I did do a little different style for the kimono jackets, because I did want to use as much of the quilt as possible. The front is shorter, which I like, and then the back is longer. The back is about a little over 30 inches long, which is kind of nice. I like that because it covers my hiney when I'm walking around, keeps my butt warm. And the front I like because they're just kind of comfortable. Put your hands in the pockets and it comes together in the front. So I really like this style kimono jacket, and I've sold quite a few of them, and I do a lot of them in vintage chenille too. So the pattern lends itself well to these what I call rescue projects. The other thing I did today, I did a really bad thing. I went thrifting again with my friend, and I really got some bargains, and I did stay within my budget. It wasn't 25-cent day. It was 50-cent day. And what I'll do is I'll shoot some film as I'm unpacking my 3 large bags of things that I bought. I really went mainly to get some more sweatshirts for my sweet shirts. That first thrift haul that I did with all of those sweatshirts, I have 2 shirts to remake for myself, and a blouse and another piece that's a completer piece for it. So that's 4 pieces that are going to go for me in my closet. So those I can do anytime. And I also have one aqua colored sweet shirt all pinned up, and I have the completer pieces with it. I just need to sew it all together. So I'm hoping to get that done today, but in the day, my work day, I have 2 or 3 hours left. And since I have that pinned up, I'm hoping to be able to accomplish it. But it's one of those creative projects where you don't want to push your creativity. And sometimes I have to think about it, then design the piece, hang it on my mannequin, cut the completer pieces, pin it up this way and that, try it on with the pins in it, decide if I like it. This one's going to be a little different. It's going to be kind of floaty and light. And with the sweatshirts, or the sweet shirts as I'm calling them, it's a matter of deciding just how sweet I want them to be. Do I want them to be slightly sweet or saccharine sweet? So I am going to make one. I've decided of the new ones. I'm just going to do it so over the top you wouldn't believe it, and I'm sure that'll sell right away. I sometimes I have to restrain myself, from going over the top, and then other times I have to throw a few more things at it because I don't think I've done quite enough. These I've been trying to stay within a 3-hour limit of the make time so that I can sell them at a reasonable price. I mean, we all know, those of us who make things to sell, you can't really plan on getting any kind of an hourly rate out of what you make. It's more of a labor of love doing it. And I think as long as I'm making a little reasonable amount of money that I can put back into my little fun fund, it depends on how much fun I want to have. So that's my story around the sweet shirts. I am having some fun making them. I do need to return to making my hats because I only have, I have a little over a week of work time left to be able to make some more hats to take to the Lubbock craft show, where my friend that I'm helping in her booth, she's graciously allowed me to sell my bags and my hats in her booth. So we'll see how that goes. I'm not sure. We haven't done this show before, so I'm not sure how strict the promoters are. If they'll come around and say, oh, that's not within the theme of her booth because she is an author. If they'll let me sell my hats and purses, but I'm going to operate on the don't ask, don't tell methodology. And if people like them, that's great. That's a little extra fund mini for me. I did have a really good time at the thrift store this morning. It was, my friend said, it was a little bit too people-y for her. And there were quite a few people there, but I have to say, everyone is super nice. They're very gracious. They're helpful. When you can't get through the aisle, you kind of laugh and say, excuse me, and they'll try to move aside. The aisles are barely wide enough for 2 carts to get through. And when you get your carts full, if you have your hangers hanging off of them a little bit, you'll catch people with your hangers. So we tried to be careful. We didn't spend nearly as much time there as we normally do. And I think that's because we both went, with a purpose and also with a budget. And I would recommend that, for anybody that goes thrifting. You really need to have an idea, or you should have an idea of what you want to get. And you also should, I believe, have a budget that you want to stick to. There aren't very many thrift stores around anymore, I don't think, at least the Goodwills aren't, that are as thrifty as this one that we go to. I think I've said before, it's a family thrift, and it's a family thrift outlet. So it's where, when they haven't sold things in their regular family thrift stores, they all go to this outlet. They only sell clothes there. They don't sell, linens, household goods, or anything. I wish they did sell sheets and pillowcases and those kind of things, because we use those a lot, for our toiles and for linings and, those kind of things. But they don't. I usually do, either a senior day or the 50% off color of the week day. I run to, there's a couple of Goodwills that are close to me, and I'll look at their linens for that because they tend to have nice linens. And then there's a couple of other thrift stores around. And once in a while, we'll go to the Goodwill bins. I'm really not enamored with the bins around here, and I think that I get a lot nicer things for the value at the family thrift that we go to. Heaven knows I have enough things in my back stock to last me the rest of my foreseeable lifetime of crafting. But once in a while, like this, I shouldn't say once in a while, it's usually every year, I'll find a new project like I want to do with the sweatshirts and make them into sweet shirts, where it's a new product for me. And I try to do, I think those of you who have been with me a while, I try to do 1 or 2 new things a year. And now I have kind of a creative itch to do some pants again. I've sold all of the pants that I made. I like to make them out of sheets and cotton, and I make them easy wearing. And they are, I don't want to say pantaloons. It's not pantaloons. And they're not crop pants. And they're not drop crotch pants. I don't like those. But you know what I mean. Anyway, there's those kind of balloony pants, and they have an elastic waist, and I make them a couple of different ways. Sometimes I put ruffles at the bottom of the legs, and then sometimes I have this pattern. I think it was a Tina Gibbons pattern originally that I've modified for my own use. It has kind of a diamond shape at the base of the leg, and that takes a little more to make, but I kind of like the way it looks. And I like it that it narrows at the bottom of the leg. They look like a little bit like pajama pants, but they're really fun to wear. And it seems that people are starting to like to wear those a little more. And in the summertime especially, because they're nice and airy. And the way that I make them, I have a lot of thin elastic, very stretchy, that I have left from when I did mask making. And I have black and white and several different rolls of it. And I like using that in the waistband. I make a channel in the waist, and then I make it really long, because what I do is I make them all fit me, and fit me generously. They actually fit my friend who's statuesque. She's taller and a little fuller than I am. And what I like about them is if I use the lighter weight cotton, they tie together and they gather really well. And the elastic is stretchy enough that what I do is I tighten them to where they're comfortable, but I can still get them up and down over my hip. And then I'll put a double bow in there, and then I make the elastic a little shorter. But that way it's kind of forgiving. So, when you have those days where you feel a little bloated and you want to have a little more room, it's easy to do it. You can just retie the elastic. But also you don't have to keep tying the elastic all the time, because you can just pull it up and down, over your hips. So that's what I'm planning on working on. Probably won't get to those until after I'm back from Lubbock, week after next. But I am thinking about it, and they are kind of fun to wear. I had the ones that I sold. The last one I sold, I had a beautiful vintage sheet that it was nice weight cotton, and it kind of had a grayish taupe background, and then it had hydrangeas on it, purple and cream hydrangeas. And a lady bought that. I had a set, a top and a pair of these pants that went with it, and she said that was her new lounging outfit, and she likes to wear them as pajamas. But I thought they were pretty enough that you could wear them out. You could wear them to lunch, or if you're going casual, you could wear them to dinner. But it's nice to have something that's very washable like that. It's comfortable. You can wear it around the house. You can, because it is washable, you can wear it to clean house if you want. And you can run out to the grocery store and not really look like you're in your pajamas. Although my son-in-law says I always look like I'm wearing my pajamas. And my daughter says, Mom, you just have a funky style, and that's just you, and that's just fine. So I'm going with what my daughter says. My son-in-law hasn't refused to sit with me at dinner yet. He has threatened that when we've gone out. But, just because I have a pair of these pants and a top that I made out of some dancing chicken cotton, I don't see anything wrong with that. And I didn't get much of an "oh, Mom" from my daughter when she saw me wearing it. I don't know what's wrong with kids these days. They're just, old putzes. Anyway, I don't really care. If I'm happy and I'm comfortable, I think that's all that counts. And I always get 2 or 3 compliments on what I'm wearing. Once in a while, my daughter will say, when somebody compliments me on my purple hair or the outfit I'm wearing, she'll go, please don't encourage her. Well, it just gives her something to talk about. Now, if you keep watching, you'll see me dancing around and modeling my 2 beautiful vintage quilt kimonos. And also, I will show you my thrift haul until the end. And needless to say, I'm not going to go thrifting for a while. That's what I said. I try to say that until I have used up everything that I thrifted from the last trip, I won't go thrift again. So I'm going to say that this thrift trip was within those bounds, because even though I haven't made those 2 tops for myself, I have those reserved for that. And even though I haven't finished making, I think I have only 3 sweatshirts left out of the, oh gosh, I forget how many I had. Anyway, I only have 3 left, and they're all designed, and one is cut and waiting to be completed. And if I didn't have these hats to do, I'd have them finished by the end of the week. But I really want to make more hats, because I only have one that I can take and sell. The other one is an extra large, and I'm saving that to be my garden hat. So I will put those hats in the store after next week. I'm going to not put them in the store yet until after Lubbock, because I really want to take them to sell there first. So if there's anything else that you'd like to see, you'd like to have me talk about, feel free to let me know. I will be doing one more video on Sunday before I go to Lubbock, and then I plan on filming some footage when we're at that show. So anyone that is within, driving distance of Lubbock, it might be a good show. I'll let you know if you're interested in doing that next year. It's supposed to be a really good show for them, and the theme has something to do with flowers. So I have some more. I wear pair glasses, so these little things are magnetic and they come off. I have 2 or 3 pairs that have flowers on them, so I'll be wearing flowers. And I have my special t-shirts that I bought. I bought them on Amazon. Yeah, I know. I try not to buy anything new, but they say Tooth Fairy Squad on the front. And my friend is the author of the Tooth Collector Fairy series. So I am going as her squad. But of course I had to upcycle them even though they were new. They're just a regular t-shirt thing, and I had to make them V-neck. And then I had to cut the sleeve off a little bit and stretch it out. And then take 6 inches slits on the side, make them a little more hip forgiving. But they do look, I think, really nice on me. I was going to say cute, but I have banished that word from my vocabulary. I am trying to get rid of and stop saying someone told me that, there I go again. Someone told me that CapCut, as an application, you can go through and it'll edit that out for you. I haven't tried it yet. There I go. There's a free version that I believe will let me do that. So I might, if I have some time, I might experiment with that a little bit. Maybe I'll do that when I'm traveling. So, thank you for watching, and I'll see you Sunday. Bye. Hopefully you can see all of this. I'm not sure how good a job I did of setting this up on the table, but we'll find out. And it's not a big deal. Opening this, what I'll try to do is show you what I've got under the camera there. I'm going to lay this out and see if you can see it. See if every piece can come out like that. Let's see what that looks like. Is that coming out pretty good? Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay. I love this. Zipped up sweatshirt with pockets. It even has a zipper on the side. That's one sweatshirt. This is a hoodie. This is really nice. Zipper pockets. 2. This one I love. 3. 4. I did get a stash of hoodies this time too. 5. 6. Oh, this one's real pretty. 7. This is a little lighter weight one. I like it too. 8. That's a hoodie. This one's exceptionally nice with a zip neck. 9. Hopefully I'm counting right. And this is a little lighter weight too, but I really like this. 10. Okay, next bag. This one's cute. I'm tempted to keep it for myself. 11, and it says, do what makes you happy. And on the sleeve, it says, do what makes you happy. This is 12, nice navy one. Love this purple. 13. This is my favorite color. 14. 15. This is another hoodie. Love this color. 16. Another of my favorite color, and it's a hoodie. 17. This one I'm not going to count in that because I'm going to use it for applique. And this is a completer piece. I really like this. And this is a shirt for me. It's a Chico's. I like that. And this is a completer piece. It's to go with one of those other shirts. I think this is 17 or 18. I really like this. And it says Beetlejuice on it. One more bag. When I watch this video, I'll have to make sure I check my count. I think this is 18. Love this color. And this is the hoodie. I really like this. This is 19, and it says, without music, life would not be fair. So I like that. And it's a hoodie. I think this is 19. This is a heavier one in perfect condition. I really like it. I think this might be 20. I love this color again. And and it has a zip neck and it's a hoodie. What I was thinking about doing with some of these, I don't really like this front pocket. And I was thinking about making these, cropping these off, or maybe cutting the pocket off in the front, doing something different, make it a little more feminine, to have the top part be short sweatshirt and the bottom be more dress-like. And this one I couldn't resist. It's in perfect condition. It's pretty beautiful. It's an extra large, and if it fits me, I'm keeping it. And I might make it fit me because I really like it. It says Tuscany. It's got Italy on it. It has some bling rhinestone up here. I don't know if you can see that. 3/4 sleeves. It's a little lighter weight and a V-neck, and that's almost perfect for me. And I was thinking about opening it up at the sides and putting white lace, sheer lace on the sides, and make it a little dressy with black pants. That would really look cute. I like that. Oh, and then I have one other piece. This, again, I really like this. And I think in my stash I might have a shirt like this already. But I like the bling on the back. And that's all embroidered, you know, stitch work. And then it has all of these rhinestones. And I like it because it's really long. It's a men's shirt. And I'm going to cut the collar off it's the maker is Empra, E-M-P-R-A. I don't know anything about Empra, but it's 100% combed cotton, and because it's 100% cotton, that makes it kind of nice. And I'm thinking that might be, if I shorten the sleeves, leave it long like that, cut the collar off and these little tabs off the shoulders, I could make this into like a lightweight summer cover-up. So anyway, I'm really pleased with that. And that's it for my stash. I think that was enough. I'm real pleased with everything I bought. I do have, I don't think I showed you this. This is another completer piece, and it goes with some of these teal sweatshirts that I got. And like I said, if I take the pocket off that one out of the front, something like this at the bottom, I think would be really, really pretty. And I can cut it up because there'd be enough to make a ruffled at the bottom, like a ruffled, maybe a 2-tier skirt, 3-tiered skirt. Anyway, once in a while, if I find something that I really like the pattern, I really like the colors, and it kind of catches my eye, I'll grab that too when I'm out thrifting. So that's it. I think that's enough. And I spent a whole whopping $15.70. And down there's the dark pile. So I think I have probably 2 loads of laundry there and maybe 2 loads of laundry here. So 4 loads of laundry later.